My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Culture Magazine. This is a special episode on the holy month of Ramadan.
The Tunisian President Kais Saied attended an Egyptian-Tunisian night at the Cairo Opera House. Dr. Ines Abdeldaim thanked President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and President Saied for their valuable approval on the year 2021-2022 as the Egyptian-Tunisian culture, believing in the importance of soft power in connecting people, stressing on the role of culture and arts in preserving identity. It is worthy of note that President Kais Saied and his accompanying delegation visited the Cairo Opera House as the Minister of Culture attended an artistic ceremony for celebrating and welcoming the guest. The festivity was attended by Dr. Khaled Anani, the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, and a number of public figures and members of the Tunisian community in Egypt. For his part, the Tunisian President Kais Saied expressed his happiness with the warm in Egypt, the ancient country, with its great civilization, expressing his great happiness with the artistic ceremony held at the opera. Minister of Culture Dr. Ines Abdeldaim and the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Dr. Khaled Al-Anani honored the artists of the celebration of the Royal Mummies Parade at the Opera House in the Grand Theatre. The ceremony Dr. Magdi Sobel Opera House. For her part, Dr. Ines Abdeldaim said the artists of the parade of the Royal Mummies represented one of the images of confirming the leadership of the oldest civilizations on earth. She added that it is an honorable image of Egyptian contemporary creativity and a model of excellence, praising their excellent performance. The minister continued that culture and arts are the main elements of sustainable development, hailing the Minister of Tourism for his keenness to honor these creative artists. For his part, Dr. Al-Anani said that the Opera House is the best place to honor the stars of the Mummies Parade. He thanked the Minister of Culture for supporting the participating artists for their impressive performance. The Tourism Minister pointed out that the Mummies Parade was on the top of news in the international media, all praising this unique cultural and educational artistic show. He stressed that what they provided was the best touristic promotion for Egypt. He hoped to organize another show at the Opera House to highlight the Egyptian national identity to the various countries of the world. It is worthy of note that the celebration included presenting a documentary film about the Parade of Mummies, followed by delivering the certificates of appreciation and bouquets of flowers by the Ministers of Culture, Tourism and Antiquities, handed over to the artists for the efforts they exerted since the beginning of this event, which set Egypt in the spotlight of the world and made every Egyptian proud of his ancient civilization, in addition to highlighting all the efforts and achievements of the country and its prestigious images embodied in the royal mummy's majestic funeral, showing total respect to the ancient kings and queens.
رمضان جنة جت من الرحمن، الشمعة بتكبر في فانوس أخضر، رمضان نور فانوس اخضر رمضان نور وهلاله يبان دايما فرحان رمضان فرحة شجرة وطرحة اديني بلح بيتك عمران بيعيش رمضان شبابيك الوان في حيطان وبيبان زينة رمضان.
The camera of our program is always keen and is always going after the cultural events that is taking place in the holy month of Ramadan.
Bangladesh has completed 50 years of independence. In celebration of this occasion, the Bengali embassy in Egypt held a festive event to commemorate the Golden Jubilee of this historic national day.
Egypt-Bangladesh relations looks new, but it is very old. When the Islamic preacher went to our region in the 7th and 8th century during Khalifa Umar and Khalifa Usman Ali, from that time Bangladeshi people started to become Muslim, started to become Islam. From that time we have relationship. But even after independence, that relationship grew, and now we are very close friends. We have cooperation in all fields, in economic fields, in political fields, in education, in culture. We have deep and very sincere friendly relations. We are celebrating our Golden Jubilee, 50th anniversary. We finished 50 years of our independence. That's why it's a big celebration all over the world through Bangladesh embassies. And also in Bangladesh, it is a big program. Many heads of state visited. Just yesterday, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi finished his visit. Before that, Sri Lankan Prime Minister visited. President of Nepal visited. And also Maldives President visited. Also the King of Bhutan visited Bangladesh. And many heads of state and governments and many world leaders are congratulating us on this happy occasion. And also today, I received one representative from Honorable President of Egypt, Honorable Sisi. He sent one of his representatives to my office to congratulate Bangladesh and the people of Bangladesh on this happy occasion. It's a big opportunity to renew our relationship, and those, especially those who live in Egypt, Bangladeshi people, they are also feeling the enjoyment. They are also very happy that we could organize this kind of program. They are also very happy that Egypt, especially the people of Egypt, is so friendly with us because of our relationship, because of our religion. It is big thing because, you know, for hundreds of thousands of years we were under different colonial rule. So once we got independent in 1971, we are now independent country. We have our own identity. We can show the other world that Bangladesh is a country. We have our own food, we have our own culture, we have our own dress. So this independence means very big for us, and we are very happy that we got an independent country.
occasion of the Golden Jubilee of the relation between Bangladesh and Egypt. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate Egypt and Bangladesh for commemorating the 50th anniversary. And just like the relation between Bangladesh and Egypt, Korea is a great partner to Bangladesh. We belong to the same region in Asian continent, and we have been expanding various kinds of exchanges starting from industrial cooperation to people exchanges. And most of our people are tied with long-lasted similar cultural tradition and many things in common in terms of culture and in terms of historical background. So in brief, Bangladesh is a great friend to Korea. We have commemorated the 25th anniversary of our bilateral relation last year, and especially since the Egyptian president Abdel Fattah al-Sisi visited Korea in the year 2016, it has been getting much more momentum to expand our cooperation in more diverse fields. And with my president planning to visit this country sometime this year, I hope we'll be able to deepen as well as enlarge the areas of cooperation between our two countries. And what I emphasize as the Korean ambassador in strengthening our bilateral relation is to strengthen the people-to-people exchanges. Without the support from our people, I don't think our bilateral relations can go forever. So we need kind of a sustainable basis for strengthening our bilateral relations.
We are very new, not very new, it's 7 months we are here. I like it. You have very interesting tourist spot, historical places. I visit several places, it's very interesting. But because of pandemic, we are little bit stay at home. Actually, most of them are our office people and our Bangladeshi ladies. So we try to do something because it's our 50th anniversary, 50th Independence Day. So we arrange the saris and these things, ornaments, jewelries, and
This one is dedicated to very lovely lady. Eddie's girl. Come here and sing for you. Good boy style. Hey, Mommy, I've been love you for a long, long time. I wish you one day you want trust me mine. Don't wanna take you want to left behind. I don't know what that's
On the Golden Jubilee of the Bengali Independence Day, we celebrate with the Bangladesh delegation in Egypt. This is Sabira Gindi for the Cultural Magazine.
The Cairo Opera House has its own program and very special program during the holy month of Ramadan.
كيف تجلى الله أم كيف يرى فلعمري ليس ذا إلا فضول.
In preparation for the holy month of Ramadan, music and religious chanting troops have started performances at the Opera House. Ali al-Hilbawi was born in Cairo, where he was brought up and taught religious chanting. His father, Sheikh Muhammad al-Hilbawi, is the known Quran reciter and religious vocalist in the Egyptian radio and television, who witnessed the famous Quran reciters and religious vocalists in Egypt, such as Sheikh Muhammad Imran and Sheikh Mamdouh Abdeljalil. Al-Hilbawi attended their gatherings and listened to their performances. He had sung in the school daily broadcast till he was known to the Education Directorate officials and participated in the celebrations held by the Education Directorate and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He obtained the first rank in religious chanting in the year 1997. When he had finished his study, he traveled with his father to several European as well as Arab countries. As a band manager and vocalist, he participated in various festivals.
المهرجان اسمه مرحب رمضان.
The festival this year is called Welcome Ramadan, to welcome people to come to the Opera House before and during Ramadan. I thank the Opera House for its concern with religious chanting, especially at this time of year with the pandemic. The Opera House is concerned with preserving our Oriental heritage, and we can also say the Egyptian musical heritage. The opera mainly preserves our Egyptian and Oriental musical identity. The Opera House is also concerned with the progress of Oriental music and its traditions. It is good to have a governmental authority that can face the current hustle and disruption in music. My father is the late famous chanter Sheikh Muhammad al-Hilbawi. I chant religious chants as well as songs. I have my own songs. My first song was A Letter to My Beloved One. I chant religious chants as well as songs. I have my own songs. My first song was A Letter to My Beloved Ones, which attracted my fans. I have my own concept in singing. When I first started chanting, I didn't have too many fans because religious chanting fans are not too many. I grasped this through my long experience with my father, with whom we traveled to perform in many European countries. But when I sang A Letter to My Beloved, I received a prize for the best song, and fans began flocking to listen to my music. I started thinking that Islam allows people to love each other like a fiancé or a wife or many other ways. The whole thing is to sing love songs with a selection of respectable terms and expressions. Usually I start my shows with religious chanting and then I go on to love songs and monologues with some for shukuku. Ramadan in Egypt is the best in the world with all its rituals, gatherings, and traditions. Today I will sing a new song called Your Rights and Mine.
الإنشاد الديني بالنسبة لي كان
I used to like religious chanting since I was a child. Our generation grew up listening to religious chants on daily basis on radio programs. Later on, I joined Ali al-Hilbawi troupe. Then I also joined Mahmoud al-Tuhami religious chanting troupe. Currently, I'm working with the Egyptian religious chanting troupe as well as the Ali al-Hilbawi chanting troupe. Religious chanting differs from regular singing in general in the types of themes that they tackle. Religious chanting mainly depends on solos and mawawil, which is a type of singing of poetry, but not everyone can do this type of chanting. A chanter depends on spontaneity rather than melody, yet a regular singer sings with a certain melody. The show today has a variety of chants, but we are used to begin with religious songs and then go on to love songs like Send Me a Letter, He Gave Me a Loving Eye, and many more. The Opera House is a platform to preserve our heritage and identity.
أنا انضميت لفرقة أستاذ علي الهلباوي من
I started playing with the Ali al-Hilbawi troupe when he first saw me play the Oriental drums, percussion instruments, and he needed that instrument in his troupe. So he asked me to play with his troupe, and so I did. I have a special interest in religious chanting. Religious chanting has recently become more and more prevalent in the field of singing. Whatever the instrument and the training, one needs to have a talent to excel in playing any musical instrument. There's no such thing as a musical instrument is completed, but there's always something new. Percussions include Western and Oriental instruments such as the various types of drums and rattles. But the Western drums and djembe, for example, also nowadays go into Oriental music to make out a great mixture with a new taste of music. The Hilbawi troupe still plays and sings heritage songs from the days of Sheikh al-Hilbawi, who is Ali al-Hilbawi's father, the religious chanter.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Culture Magazine, during which we've brought you a special episode on the holy month of Ramadan.